Buenos días, semana 12. En la semana, les cuento sobre las evaluaciones. Esta semana no tenemos nada, hice un cambio, un postergué. Entonces las tres evaluaciones que quedan son las siguientes. Bueno, les explico lo que queda. Esta semana tenemos una sesión Zoom con ejercicios adicionales que pueden hacer con respecto al tema que estamos viendo, Describing Studies. Próxima semana, que es la 13, vamos a tener una última sesión Zoom con algunas actividades y también les voy a asignar el Reading 3, ¿ya? Con algo de temas académicos. El último reading para la próxima semana, semana 3. Esa va a ser la última sesión Zoom que tengamos. Después, en la semana 14, van a tener solamente que hacer el U-Test con los listenings. Y la semana 15 tampoco hay sesión de Zoom, sino que tendrá que hacer solamente el test final por U-Test, ¿ya? Con ejercicios, como ustedes saben, ya de Reading Comprehension y de Listening Comprehension. Entonces eso es lo que queda. Queda poco. Esta semana y la próxima con sesiones Zoom en vivo. Y después ya no, nada más. Che. Con respecto a lo mismo, les quería preguntar cómo les fue con el test, el U-Test de prueba. Creo, intuyo, percibo, huelo que les fue bien porque hubo silencio. Y al haber silencio, significa que todo va bien. Era un test de prueba en que hice un Reading Comprehension Activity y un Listening Comprehension Activity. Y mi idea era ver que todo esté funcionando técnicamente bien, más allá del test, de la nota que no importa. No importa, Ani, no importa cómo les fue en cuanto a nota, porque fue un test de prueba. Pero quiero saber si todo estaba claro y funcionó como corresponde. Al parecer sí. Perfecto. Si hubiese cualquier comentario sobre su funcionamiento, la claridad del test, me lo hacen saber ahora o me escriben, ¿ya? Porque para mí es súper importante. Perfecto, Nicole. El objetivo de ese test de prueba era justamente que ustedes percibieran lo que va a hacer realmente y que me den un feedback sobre el funcionamiento del test. Así que qué bueno que esté todo claro. Yo nunca había ocupado esa herramienta antes. Es muy potente, muy buena, pero había que probarla, porque el test final y el listening test tienen que funcionar perfecto, sí o sí, ¿ya? Así es que esa era mi preocupación. Y gracias, Nicole. Todo bien, dicen por ahí, y eso eso era el objetivo del U-Test, más allá del contenido, ¿ya? Así es que, perfecto. Okay, now we're going to switch to English for our session of week 12. As you know, last week we started working with a new topic, a new issue, a new theme, that is describing studies. And we had a little oral practice, and I gave you a lot, several activities for you to developing in your house. I hope you did them all, and I hope you learned a lot. If you have any questions about them, you can ask me now or by mail. Okay, and now in this session, we're going to continue with the same theme, describing studies. And I've prepared for you one or two activities for this class, and then you will have to do more activities as complement in the week, right? Yeah, describing studies. The first thing we're going to do all together is read a text that one of your classmates from first year wrote describing the different subjects that you have this semester. So we're going to read that description of the subjects that you have this semester. This description was made by an anonymous classmate from Mechon from first year, from another course, not this course. So we're going to use that text in order to do this first activity. So a description of your subjects from the first semester. So I'm going to share the screen with you now. Esto está en cursos también. Lo acabo de subir. Este documento está en material docente, ¿ya? Por si lo quieren tener de otra forma. So, as I said before, this text was written by one of your classmates from the first year, not from this course, from another course, but we're going to use it to analyze and speak a little bit about your subjects, asignaturas, of this first semester in FABET. So the first subject is molecular bases. Teacher Héctor Adarmes and Marco Galleguillos. Description. In this subject, we study chemistry and its relationship with the processes carried out by animals. I like Marco's classes because I understand him and he has a willingness, voluntad, sorry, to answer the questions that arise in the class. Teacher Adarmes' classes are more extensive and slower, so I don't like them that much. In this subject, we have a quiz every Monday. Good. So that is molecular bases. In Spanish, bases moleculares. Chicos, pueden ocupar su micrófono o escribirme. Voy a salirme del sharing para comentar esta primera clase. What do you think of molecular bases? And what do you think of the comments of this student? Do you think they are okay, or you have a different opinion maybe? You can use the microphones or you can use the chats. So what do you think of bases moleculares, molecular bases? Is the description good or not so good? What more can you tell me about this class? Do you like this class? Do you like the contents? You think the same, Maria Jose? Okay, good. So you have the same opinion. Nothing more to say. Thank you. You are very communicative today. Okay, Dorian, thank you. It's a course that complicates me the most. It's the most difficult subject in this semester for you. Okay, it's a difficult subject. Yeah, and I know that you have quizzes all the weeks, and that makes it more difficult, right? And I remember that some of you told me about the difficulty that you have in one quiz. It was very long, it had many questions. Yeah, and it's complicated, okay, it's difficult. Is it difficult but it's interesting at the same time or not? Okay, no, yeah, it's difficult but interesting too. Well, chemistry is very interesting, yeah. You have to know a lot about chemistry in order to understand your career. So it's one of the structures, one of the bases of your career. The same as the molecules are the basis of our bodies. It's the basis of your career too. Okay, thank you. Let's continue with another subject. We're going to read the comments now. So the second one is English. English beginner level. Teacher Ernesto Sangüesa. Vamos a saltar. Vamos a leerlo, pero no vamos a comentar. In this subject, we learn and study the English language, of course. I am at the beginner level. I like English classes because they are more didactic. Teacher always brings new exercises and good activities that serve a lot to practice. Also, the teacher is very nice, thank you. But for me, it's not easy to speak in English and I need to practice a lot more. Okay? Good. Let's continue with Quantification methods, métodos de cuantificación, matemática creo. Teacher Iris Godoy. In this subject, we study the mathematics of pre-calculus and calculus. I thought it would be difficult for me, but I understand everything so far. The teacher is willing, disponible, to answer questions. I like this class because we resolvemos, we solve exercises, while the teacher explains them. For this, I have had good results, good marks. I don't like that the class lasts late, but every 45-50 minutes we have a 15-minute break. So what about this? Any comments about this subject, quantification methods? What can you tell me about this subject, quantification methods, please? In my case, for me, my personal experience is that everything related to mathematics is difficult. Difficult. I'm more a humanistic person. I have more abilities for humanities. Annie says that the teacher is good, Miss Iris. Dorian says that the teacher is distracted. So we have different opinions about the teacher. That's always happens. It's Maria Jose says that it's difficult, but the teacher explains very well. Ah, that's very good, you know, especially for a difficult subject. If you have a teacher that explains well, that makes a subject much more friendly, yeah? So yeah, the teachers are very important in that sense, you know, when we have a teacher that takes the time to explain and to make everybody understand, it's much more simple. So any other subjects? In general terms, is this subject easy or hard for you? Okay. Dorian says that the teacher, or you, I don't know, have a lot of disposition. Okay, that's good. Well, I think that now all the teachers are better than before because all the teachers are more controlled than before. In early times, teachers had more power, and sometimes that power was not used in the correct way. Now the teachers are more obliged or forced to be more open and to be more friendly, which is something really good for you guys. All right. How many more subjects do we have? Déjame echar un vistazo. Tenemos 3 más. Hagamos lo siguiente. I'm going to divide the class, as always, for this activity in little groups of 2 or 3 people. You are going to read, cada uno va a leer uno de estos subjects, animal diversity, orientation to veterinary medicine, an introduction to information management. You're going to read the descriptions, and then you're going to make comments in your little groups. Okay? So that's it. You read the description of these 3 subjects, animal diversity, orientation, and introduction to information management. And then you, in the little groups, you make comments and you speak about them. If you like them, if you don't like them, if the teacher is good, is bad, whatever. You make comments. If you think the topic is interesting or not, whatever. You make your comments. Así es que váyanse por favor a material docente para bajar el documento este. Y ahora los voy a dividir en grupitos. ¿Alguna pregunta para este ejercicio, esta actividad que vamos a hacer ahora? ¿O está todo claro? Ya. Lean sobre Animal Diversity, Orientation and Information Technology y comentan después de leer la descripción. Los divido entonces en subgrupos desde ahora ya. Please, only use English, right? Thank you. So now we're going to continue with the explanation of the other activities that you have to do during this week, okay? I'm going to show you the document explaining the rest of the activities for this week, and we will finish with that. Esto aún no lo he publicado, pero apenas termine la clase, publico este documento. Right, so this is it. Please pay attention. Alphabet English Level 2, Week 12. Theme, describing your studies. Ordenadito, el teacher como siempre. So the first activity is reading activity. Y les adelanto que esto es un adelanto de la actividad de la próxima semana evaluada. Yo creo que va a ser una parte dentro de la actividad, así que van a estar aquí ahorrando, adelantando trabajo para el Reading 3. So, reading activity, second term subjects. These are links with information about 2 new subjects that you will be studying during the second semester at university. The first one is histología, or in English, histology. So you have to go to Wikipedia, histology, and you have to answer these questions. Answer these questions from the introduction part. What is histology? What is its counterpart? And how can we divide the study of histology? Histology, this is a web page you have to visit, and this is the introduction. From the introduction part, you have to answer these 3 questions. Anyway, I'm going to read this for you quickly. Histology, also known as microscopic anatomy or microanatomy, is a branch of biology which studies the microscopic anatomy of biological tissues. También se llama anatomía microscópica, ¿ya? Creo que así se llama en el segundo semestre, en su malla académica. All right, and let's go back to the Word document. Después siguen acá, answer the questions from part 1, de lo mismo, histology, biological tissues. And in this case, you have to answer this question. Within the animal tissue types, what types of tissue is A, blood, B, cardiac muscle, and C, special receptors? Later, after that, we have to go to 1.2. And in this case, the second subject is, la segunda asignatura del segundo semestre que van a ver, is gross anatomy. You have to go to the Wikipedia. Y esta es la macroanatomía, o sea, toda la anatomía que se puede ver sin el microscopio. ¿Ya? Que complementa al primer subject, the microanatomy. And you have to go to the introduction and answer only one question. When are dissection and medical images used? And then you have to go to part number 1, techniques of study, and you have to answer only one question, sorry. What is angiography? Okay, that is the first activity that will be part of your evaluated activity next week. So you are doing something important. Then exercise 2 and 3 are videos, are listening. You have to watch and listen to something, and they are open activities. What do I mean by open? That you only have to watch and listen to the videos and try to understand them as much as possible. I think a good idea, a suggestion for you is that you watch and listen to these videos not only once, but 2 or 3 or 4 times, or as many ones as you need in order to understand everything as much as possible. And it's always good to check vocabulary and everything with a good dictionary online. So, the first video is about steps to becoming a veterinarian. Los pasos a seguir para convertirte en un veterinario. Esto es un video sobre la realidad norteamericana, la cual difiere un poco de Chile, pero igualmente sirve. And video number 3, a day in the life of a first year vet student. Lo mismo, realidad norteamericana, pero, o canadiense creo esta vez. Un día en la vida de un estudiante de medicina veterinaria de primer año. So it's very good, and both of them are attacking the topic that we are checking, which is describing your studies, but in a more realistic and communicative way. So those are the activities for this week that complement this class. Okay? Do you have any questions, my friends? Is everything clear or not? I need your feedback. Dorian says yes. María José, todo claro, todo ok. Como el agua. Perfecto. Eso. If you have no questions, we stop here. I will upload this class and the Word document for, with the activities right away. Todo viento. Okay, perfecto. So guys, thank you. Have a nice rest of the day, a nice rest of the week, and see you again next week. Damaris, dígame. Levantaste la manito, dígame. O ya no estás, te equivocaste. Damaris. No te puedo unmutear. Pero pregúntame por el... Acá. Profe, pasé a apretar la manito. Perdón, ya, perfecto. No se preocupe. Me lo había imaginado. Joaquín, todas las actividades que estoy haciendo ahora son sin notas. Sí, hice un cambio de actividades evaluadas. Así que la próxima actividad evaluada es semana 13, el reading número 3. ¿Ya? En todo caso, para toda la gente que no asistió, va a quedar todo esto grabado subido en esta grabación Zoom.